Now student, let us understand the image formation by spherical mirror. So student, while studying the image formation by spherical mirror, we actually use a geometrical method. With the help of geometrical method, we actually draw a diagram, okay, which gives us what the position of images for different position of object by the spherical mirror, whether it is concave or convex, and that diagram is actually called ray diagram. That means ray diagram help us, okay, to identify the location of images for different position of objects. Okay, now student, while studying the image formation by spherical mirror by using ray diagram, we need to follow some basic rules or basic laws. Now, before applying ray diagram, okay, to identify the location of images produced by spherical mirrors, first of all, we should study the laws or basic rules which are very important for you to draw a ray diagram. The first rule, okay, if a ray of light parallel to principal axis incident on spherical mirror, okay, after reflection it will pass through principal focus of concave mirror, okay, and in case of convex mirror, or it appears to be appears us to pass through focus for convex mirror. Okay, now let us study this the first law by drawing a simple ray diagram. If we draw a spherical mirror whose outer side is silver polish, that means it is a concave mirror. If this is the pole and this is considered to be the center of curvature, see, a straight line passing through these 2 points is a principal axis. A point located exactly midway between center of curvature and pole is the position of what? Focus. We already studied this point. Now, if a ray of light which is parallel to principal axis is incident on concave spherical mirror, okay, what this rule tells us? After reflection it will pass through focus. That means after reflection it will pass through focus like this. How it will passes through focus? Let us understand this by, okay, considering laws of reflection. Now student, we know that this is the incident ray, okay, which falls on spherical mirror at point O. Now to find out the angle of incidence for this ray, we need to draw a normal from this point of incidence O, and we already studied that, okay, a radius drawn to any point is actually normal, okay, to that spherical surface at that point. Therefore we need to draw normal at this point, and this normal is again represented by this radius. Therefore, this is the angle made by incident ray, which is parallel to principal axis, okay, with normal, and therefore it is angle of incidence. Now this mirror will reflect this incident ray such that angle of reflection will be the same as angle of incidence, and therefore it will reflect this light like this, so that the angle made by reflected ray with this normal is again R, and both are same. Got it? That means if any ray of light which is parallel to principal axis and it is incident on concave spherical mirror, after reflection it will always pass through what? Focus. Got it? Okay. This is the first very important rule, okay, for you to understand, because we are studying image formation by spherical mirror, okay, and we actually find out the position of images by spherical mirror using these ray diagrams, and this is the very first rule, okay, for drawing a ray diagram. Got it? Now this first rule we actually apply to a concave mirror. Now let us study the same rule applied to convex mirror. For that, if we take again a spherical surface, but now its inner surface is silver polish, so that its outer surface becomes what? Reflecting, like this. This is considered to be principal axis, so that this is the pole, this is center of curvature, and this will be the position of its focus. Now if a ray of light which is parallel to this principal axis is incident on reflecting surface of convex spherical mirror like this, now what is the position of, or what is the direction of propagation of reflected ray? Let us find out this also using the same laws of reflection. Now this ray is incident at this point, so to find out the position of the value of angle of incidence, we need to draw what? Normal from this point to reflecting surface. And as I already told you, okay, the radius of circle are always normal to the circles. Therefore from this point we need to draw this normal line, this radially outward line, and this is the normal line. Got it? Now angle made by this incident ray with this normal is considered to be I. Therefore this ray will be reflected by this convex mirror such that angle of reflection will be the same as the angle of incidence. Therefore this ray will be reflected by this convex mirror like this. Sorry. Like this, so that it appears to be coming from this point. Actually this ray will be reflected from this point, but it appears for an observer to be coming from this point. Focus, as we write here. Okay. Therefore whenever a ray of light which is parallel to principal axis is incident on reflecting surface of any spherical mirror, after reflection it will pass through focus for concave mirror, and it appears to be passing through focus in case of convex mirror. This is the first rule, okay, for drawing a ray diagram. Got it? Okay. Now student, let us understand the second rule. If an incident ray passes through center of curvature, then after reflection it retraces its original path in opposite direction. Okay, whenever an incident ray, okay, passes through center of curvature and then it will incident on the reflecting surface of any spherical mirror, after reflection it will actually retrace its original path but exactly in opposite direction. Okay, let us again understand this law by simply drawing a diagram. Now if we consider a concave spherical mirror like this is its principal axis which passes through this point called as pole. This is considered to be its center of curvature. The midpoint is focus. If now, okay, a ray of light, an incident ray of light, it is passing through center of curvature C and it will incident on a reflecting surface of this spherical mirror. So student, as incident ray passes through center of curvature, that means this incident ray travels along the radius and later on it will incident on the reflecting surface of spherical mirror. As we already studied, the radius, okay, of any sphere or circle are always normal to it. That means this ray is incident on the reflecting surface of spherical mirror along normal. And as we studied or as we discussed, if a ray of light is incident on any mirror along the normal, then it will retrace its original path. Therefore, after reflection, this ray will travel along the same direction but exactly in opposite, same path but exactly in opposite direction. Okay, it will go like this and again after reflection it will pass along this side also. Why? Because the incident ray, okay, is incident on the reflecting surface of mirror along its normal, and for normal incidence we know that light retraces its original path like this. Got it? Now this is in the case of concave mirror. Let us again draw a diagram for convex mirror. Okay, this is convex mirror, this is pole, this is center of curvature, and this is focus. Now student, if a ray of light is incident on a reflecting surface of this convex spherical mirror like this, if this spherical mirror, okay, is not in its path, then it will directly incident on what? Center of curvature. But now the spherical mirror is present in its path and this ray, okay, followed the normal direction or normal direction which is normal to this spherical mirror. Therefore, as we discussed here, any ray of light, okay, which is incident on any mirror along the normal, then it will retrace its original path. Therefore, after reflection, this light also travels in the same path but exactly in opposite direction. This is incident ray and this is reflected ray. Okay, it will reflect like this, same path in opposite direction. Why? Because it is incident normally. Understand? Okay. Now let us study the third point. Okay. If a ray of light obliquely incident on pole of spherical mirror, then it will reflect such that angle made by incident ray with principal axis is equal to angle made by reflected ray with principal axis. Okay. Now let us understand this also. If we consider a convex spherical mirror like this, whose outer side is silver polish so that its inner side is reflecting. If we consider this is the principal axis, so that this point is pole, this is center of curvature and this is its focus. If now a ray of light is obliquely incident directly on pole, as we know the principal axis is a straight line which is ultimately passing through center of curvature and pole. That means this principal axis is normal to reflecting surface of this concave spherical mirror, and point of incidence is also a pole. That means angle made by this incident ray with principal axis, and principal axis plays the role of normal in this case. Got it? So that the angle made by them is called as angle of incidence. And by the law of reflection, this mirror will reflect that ray such that angle of reflection will be the same as angle of incidence. Therefore, this will be reflected like this so that this angle and this angle be the same. Got it? Okay. This mirror will reflect this ray such that angle made by these two is same as angle made by these two, because this is angle of incidence and this is angle of reflection. Why? Because principal axis in this case plays the role of normal drawn from point of incidence to reflecting surface, so that this is angle of incidence, this is angle of reflection. Got it? Now let us understand this also in the case of convex mirror. And we know that for convex mirror, inner surface is silver polish and outer surface is reflective. Okay, this is principal axis, this is pole, this is focus, and this is center of curvature. If now a ray of light is incident directly on the pole, here also the principal axis plays the role of normal drawn from point of incidence to reflecting surface. This is the normal line which is drawn from here to principal axis, to reflecting surface, so that angle made by incident ray with this normal is called angle of incidence, and by the laws of reflection, this mirror will reflect this ray such that angle of reflection will be the same as angle of incidence. Okay, that means these two angles must be the same. Got it? This is the next rule which is important for you while drawing what? Ray diagram. Got it? Understand? Okay. Now student, these rules that we studied right now are very important, okay, while drawing a ray diagram to estimate the position of images for different position of object from the spherical mirrors. Got it? You should also always consider these rules while drawing the ray diagrams. Okay, in our next lecture we learn how to draw a ray diagram by using with the help of these rules, and how we estimate or identify the position of or location of images for different position of objects. Thank you so much.